Hello everybody and welcome back to Madden 2005, and we are continuing on with year number 4 after a big win in Chicago in overtime thanks to some heroics, late game heroics by Teo Johnson, our tight end. But thankfully we are getting a little bit healthier as time is moving on. Of course we had some key injuries going into that game, and of course during the game we lost Tim Couch, who managed to have a pretty impressive game despite his injury, but he should be back alive and well today in Kansas City. Justin Gage should also be making his first start of the year. I believe Justin Fargas is still nursing his injury, so he's going to be gone. We still don't have Phil Buchanan as well. We're going to be missing him for a couple more games, but we are getting healthier. So hopefully when we're at full strength, the season will be much easier, though we already have a win under the belt. So if we can keep winning with these injuries on the table, then we should be just okay. And today is a tough game against the Chiefs. I shouldn't have to tell you why, but I will, because the Chiefs are two-time AFC West division champions. They've won it the first 2 of the last 3 seasons, but last year they had a down year. They were 9-7 still. I think a large part of that is because Trent Green missed a substantial amount of time. Yeah, we didn't see much of him last season. He was injured for most of the year, and the Chiefs, that definitely impacted the Chiefs' season, and they only ended up going 9-7, and they missed the playoffs. They were 7th in the AFC, so there was a chance with some tiebreakers they maybe could have made it. We had some games towards the end that could have helped them out, but they were still in it, so they definitely weren't out of it. I don't want to say that the Chiefs are on the downturn because they did just make a big signing in free agency, which we might talk about, but a bigger thing to talk about is nothing happened in the first quarter. Can you believe it? When's the last time we watched one of these games in Madden, and nothing happened in any of the 4 quarters, man? Nothing happened in the first quarter, but the second quarter is getting underway, and Couch has the boys across midfield. A quick release to the right side of the field is going to be a completion for a first down. Jerry Porter getting his name called first, but it's already 3rd and 10 now as the Chiefs defense is not allowing any more yardage to happen. Pressure gets to Couch, but he gets rid of it in time across the middle of the field, and that's going to be Chris Cole, who comes down with a nice reception here. And Chris Cole, we're worried a little bit because he's moving further down the depth chart now with Justin Gage at full strength, and we have Joey Galloway, but he's still making some receptions, making some plays, so it's good to see. And on 1st and goal, Couch back to pass once again. He was going to flip this one out to the running back out of the backfield, but I actually think that might have been the fullback. That might have been Maury Norris, and it was Troy Hambrick. I looked for a 44, and it was 45. So Troy Hambrick, the running back, who was playing in place of Justin Fargas, gets a receiving touchdown in this game. That's going to be the first point scored here in Kansas City. But now Trent Green and the Chiefs are going to answer back. And now that the seal has been broken on the scoreboard, the Chiefs are going to waste no time answering back themselves. And that is, yep, you're not mistaken, that is Deion Branch, the longtime Patriot, signed with the Chiefs in free agency. Remember, we saw him sitting in free agency, and he looked like a lot of fun, but I passed on him, and now the Chiefs have replaced Johnny Morton, who retired in the offseason. They've replaced him with Deion Branch. So this receiving core has not missed a step whatsoever. So the Chiefs are still just as strong through the air as ever, but so are we, as Jerry Porter's going to answer with a long touchdown of his own as he's leading the caravan to the end zone, and it's a Raiders touchdown, and we retake the lead after the Chiefs, gave us something to think about for a couple seconds, but we're going to give them something to think about just as long and just as hard. Pause. No diddy. But we do manage to answer back rather quickly here to the Chiefs, and it's funny how that works in this game, man. Once that seal is broken with scoring, offense is just, offense aplenty. Everyone's got no problem now. After a full quarter, no one could figure anything out, but now everyone's scoring. So fast forward to a 2nd and inches, we're back on offense once again in Chief territory. And that's a handoff to Troy Hambrick, who's got just enough open space to get a first down and a little bit more. It looks like he might have even had potentially a first down if it was 1st and 10 on that play. So maybe not. But now we fast forward to a 2nd and 3 here. Couch back to pass here. Got good protection up front and loads it to the end zone. And he finds Justin Gage for his first of the year. And Justin Gage taps in for the season, man. And hopefully that's the first of many. Now remember, in the last season, he had a lot. We'll just say a lot. He had a lot of touchdowns. I think it's 17. So But the Chiefs are going to try and answer back here, and now time is ticking away here in the first half. They have under a minute and a half, so they're going to try and move with a little bit of speed. We've seen this plenty of times. The Chiefs get back up to the line here in 1st and 10. Green gets clobbered as he throws, and that pass is going to be incomplete. He couldn't find, it looks like maybe Tony Gonzalez he tried to hit, but Trent Green takes a nasty shot, but he is okay. So 2nd and 10 now for the Chiefs. They're going to go with a handoff here to Priest Holmes, try and set something up, and that play is going absolutely nowhere as our big defensive line that we spent a lot of money in has penetrated and gotten to Holmes immediately. So running with some tempo once again. It's third down already. Green lets go of it, and that pass is caught, but he's going to be brought down short of the line to gain, as it looks like it might have been a fullback. It's not the fullback that I have wrote down, but I'm not sure who it was. But either way, he was short, so the Chiefs are going to have to bring out the kicking team to try and finish off this drive with a 34-yarder. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Chiefs add 3 more points here to the deficit and make it 21-10, still with a whole minute left in the second quarter. And we know what can happen in just a minute in this game. So second and inches, time ticking away now. We're letting it run. Couch back to pass. Throws it across the middle, and it's just engaged once again, attacking that middle part of the field, which is something that we do with him so effortlessly. He just is always open at that point of the field. So first and 10 here. We're still letting the time run. Couch takes the snap and floats one out to Joey Galloway, who's going to get himself another touchdown in the Raider uniform. He already had himself one, at least. He got himself one in the last game in Chicago, and now he gets himself one in this game. So, hey, that's 2 in the year already. 2 contributions to our free agent acquisition. So 28-10 now the score at the end of the first half. We have ourselves a nice little lead here, but the Chiefs, remember, will not stay down for long as Trent Green fires this one across the middle, and that pass is going to be completed by Deion Branch. And now we got to watch out for number 80, man. He's going to start punishing us through the air, but it's already 3rd and 7. Our defense applying some of that pressure, and now Priest Holmes is going to get the call on the ground, and he's going to get brought down well behind the line here. He's not going to get any sort of open space whatsoever, and that is going to bring up 4th down for the Chiefs once again, and they're going to look to their field goal unit again for a 45-yarder, and that kick is good. So a longer field goal does nothing for the Chiefs. They are still just as good kicking the ball. So 20-13 now the score. We have a chance to really kind of get ourselves quite an insurance score, but that ball's batted around. It's going to be intercepted, and Tim Couch's 3rd interception of the season is going to be kind of a wacky bobbled interception. Let's take another look at this. So he had Justin Gage and Teo Johnson kind of running into each other, really. It looks like he was trying to hit Justin Gage on that crossing route once again. Threw it a little bit too early, and that one bounced off Teo Johnson's back and intercepted by the Chiefs. So now the Chiefs are moving the other way, and Priest Holmes gets a pass out of the backfield and cuts upfield for a nice gain on the ground, or rather through the air. And now the Chiefs are going to get another fresh set of downs inside the 35-yard line, and Priest Holmes is going to get the call again here in the backfield, shakes off a tackle, and now he's got some open space, relying on the legs here, shakes off Nnamdi Asomugha, and he's in the end zone for another Chiefs touchdown, and the Chiefs finally get another pair of 6 points, or another set of 6 points, as, yeah, look at that. Ooh, shaking them off in the backfield. Not the best effort. Not a great effort from our defense here. Priest Holmes kind of making them look a little silly here, and now it's just a 8-point game. We're down to a 1-possession game now in Kansas City, but Troy Hambrick eating up some of that time here as he gets another first down on the ground, and that will continue the drive for the Raiders as we are moving in the right direction. But it's 3rd and inches now. The Chiefs defense trying everything that they can. Couch back to pass, quickly gets rid of it to Maury Norris, who picks up the first down and a little bit more here. And again, the short yardage is all we need from Maury Norris, if nothing else, man. As long as he's continuing these drives in those types of situations, we're okay. And now it's 3rd and 4, and now we're going to fake the handoff. I mean, it looks like we were going to hand it off, but Tim Couch sails one out of the back of the end zone. There was nothing but Chiefs there. They were all over that play. They were not to be fooled whatsoever, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And so Janikowski is going to try and at least put it back to a 2-possession lead, and he does just that, as that kick is good. 31-20 now the score here in Kansas City, as the Chiefs need a little bit of help here late in the third quarter to get back into the ball game here, but they're certainly not out of it. So 2nd and 10 here, Trent Green back to pass, wants a deep shot downfield, and it's going to be caught by Deion Branch, and he's going to be tackled almost immediately by Nnamdi Asomugha here, but still it's a huge pickup for the Chiefs offense, and that's going to give them a fresh set of downs. But quickly it's 3rd and short now, and we need to get them off the field. Trent Green flips one through the air, and that pass is broken up as we had 2 guys out in the area managing to break up that pass. So they bring up another 4th down, but this one a 52-yarder for Kansas City. They just keep pushing it further and further back and expecting more out of their kicker, and the kick is up, and this time it is no good as he pushes it wide left. Looks like he might have shanked it a little bit to the left. And so the score will remain 31-20 at the end of the third quarter, and now Kansas City's going to need a big fourth quarter from both their offense and their defense in order to get back into this game. But now it's 3rd and 5 now. Their defense is already putting in some work on that strong performance, and that pass is broken up, and the Chiefs are going to get the football back here with plenty of time still to operate. So the Chiefs defense did their job, but Janikowski is going to line up for a field goal here. We still have a shot to get 3 points at least, and he nails it through. So that's going to make it now now 34-20. So a nice 14-point game ahead of the Chiefs here puts us in a nice position, but the Chiefs still have plenty of time. On a 39 here, just past midfield, Trent Green takes the snap, fires across the middle, and that pass is going to be completed to Tony Gonzalez for a nice little pickup here. And Tony Gonzalez, we haven't talked much about in this game here. Had over 600 yards last year, but only a few touchdowns. But he is here in this game alive and well. And Trent Green goes for another pass here on third down to Dante Hall, and that pass is going to be broken up. And that's going to bring up fourth down for the Chiefs, but they got to keep the offense on the field here, down 14. So on 4th and 10, Trent Green drops back to pass here and flips it out, and that pass is going to be completed for a first down. So that is a huge blunder by our defense, giving up a 4th and 10, man. That was almost a gimme, and our defense just buckles under the pressure as Deion Branch throws off Nnamdi Asomugha. It was a good route to run, and that is a first down for the Chiefs, and they are going to continue, but it's already third down again. They've had 11 in this game up to this point, and they have struggled to convert any of them. But this time it's going to be successful as Trent Green manages to find, I believe, Deion Branch once again in the end zone for another Chiefs touchdown. So that'll give them at least 7 of the 14 that they're looking for. So 27-34. We really need to burn some time off the clock here. We're at least past midfield, but Tim Couch drops back to pass, deep shot downfield, and it's Justin Gage getting another touchdown in this ball game here. And in case you were unaware that he was healthy and well in this game, he's going to remind you at every single turn. So we have scored another insurance score, and that should just about help us. I don't want to say do it, but it should help us out unless Kansas City can get a huge boost here on offense in a very short amount of time, which is possible. Crazier things have happened in this game as Deion Branch with another reception across the middle. So it's 1st and 10 for the Chiefs here. Just over 2 minutes left in the game here, but they're inside the 30. Trent Green drops back to pass, flips one out to Deion Branch once again, and it's another completion. And now Nnamdi Asomugha really struggling to lock down that side of the field. And we're starting to see some struggles on defense. So 3rd and goal here for the Chiefs as we're finally applying a little bit of pressure here, and that one's flipped out, and that pass cannot be completed as it looks like we had a D lineman in coverage. Is that what we had? That's what it looked like. That's certainly what it looked like to me, man. I'm not. Am I crazy? I don't know. That's certainly what it looked like. But Priest Holmes on 4th and goal is going to get the handoff, and he's going to get into the end zone for a 2-yard score. And it's hard. It's already hard to get a stop on 3 downs, but on 4th and goal, yeah, man, that's really tough for a defense. So they give up the touchdown. Now it's back to a 7-point game, and now trying to burn some clock, and we can't burn any as we go 3 and out. Troy Hamburg got nowhere to go here on 3rd down, so the Chiefs are going to get the ball back with over a minute and a half left. We managed to kill a lot of clock on the punt as the Chiefs are trying to conserve their timeouts. But they still have about a minute left to go in the game to at least tie things up here. So 1st and 10 now for the Chiefs as they already get the completion that they needed, and that's going to get them inside the 40. And so the Chiefs back up to the line here, and they're going to get the spike off with 40 seconds left to go. So another nail-biter of a game here in Kansas City. We can't escape them in this series, man. They just seem to happen all the time. So 23 seconds left to go here. Already it's 3rd and 10 as the Chiefs have wasted a lot of time. But that pass is going to be completed, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 now inside the 10. And the Chiefs are going to burn a final timeout. So 17 seconds. They got to get into the end zone if at all possible. And Trent Green dumps this one off across the middle, and it's Dante Hall who catches it, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. And Dante Hall had 10 of them last season, and he gets his first one in this game here, as that is going to be a huge touchdown for the Chiefs, and that is going to be the tying touchdown, of course, pending the extra point, which they do get. Well, with 10 seconds left to go in the game after the kickoff, 1st and 10, Tim Couch flips one out here, wants a deep shot, and that pass is broken up to Jerry Porter. Kind of a risky ball to throw here, but Tim Couch trying to play hero with 6 seconds left. 2nd and 10, potentially the last play of the game. Couch back to pass, pump fakes, deep shot downfield, and it's Justin Gage who's got some opening here. He's high-stepping, run, get into the end zone, you idiot! But he's in, and it's going to be another late game touchdown as the clock is at 000, and Justin Gage, he is here, folks. The Justin Gage experience is alive and well in Kansas City as he gets the go-ahead touchdown in the closing seconds of the game, and we're going to take a win over the Chiefs here, a humongous division win to start our season with division play, that is, as we go to 2-0 on the season and a successful road trip. I thought we'd at least lose one of these games, probably to Kansas City, but we managed to win not only in Chicago, but now in Kansas City, and we are heading home, folks, carrying 2 wins in the back pocket, and we are only going to get healthier as we can expect to see Justin Fargas back in Oakland with us, and then just in another couple weeks, Philip Buchanan should be with us as well. So this team is only going to get better, man, and we have already been playing lights out given the changes to the roster that we've already seen. So I am really high on this team in year number 4. This has to be a year, man. It's got to be that kind of year. we at least got to get a division title. I mean, come on. But we're getting far ahead of ourselves. We are only 2 games into the season. Things can still go very much wrong, as we've seen in the past. Last year was kind of that kind of story. But Tim Couch has a good game, picks up another interception with 6 touchdowns. Can you really blame him? Justin Gage has a, hey, man, welcome back, I am here type game. Over 260 yards and a couple touchdowns, a few touchdowns on the day. You love to see that from our top guy. Even though Jerry Porter is technically the top guy, Justin Gage is also the top guy. Can they both be top guys? But Janikowski is a good game too. We can't forget his contributions as well. And we're going to be heading to Oakland, welcoming the Titans, or rather, the Titans are going to join us for our home opener of the year. And they are 0-2 to start the year. So the Titans, one of those teams in the NFL that's been really good every single year, but they are off to a bad start. So hope to see you guys in Oakland here as we try to rally to 3-0 on the year.